Arctic adventure begins here, in a floating box in the Båtsfjord harbour at 3:30 a.m. The boat has just taken us from the hotel and out to their floating hide, and this is perhaps the best place in the world to photograph Arctic duck species such as the Steller eider, king eider and long-tailed duck. So from now on out, it's a waiting game to hopefully get some images of these beautiful birds. My anticipation and excitement were brewing, as this very location is a place I've wanted to visit for a long time. Now I was laying there, flat on my belly, listening to the waves lapping across the hide, waiting for the birds to arrive. But I didn't have to wait long. Before me, hundreds of ducks were flooding the harbour. Birds I'd previously only seen from far away were now right in front of me. While the light was still faded, I focused on capturing the ducks swimming through the reflections of the harbour lights. It was surprisingly challenging, but in the end, I came away with a small handful of images I was happy with. In total, I spent 4 days in the floating hides of Båtsfjord Hotel, each day getting picked up at 3:30 to get into position before the birds arrived. Here come the first birds of the morning. All days varied in terms of photographic success, so staying for a longer duration was advantageous for achieving a variety of conditions and situations to photograph. No days were the same, and light, wind and cooperation of the birds differed a lot from day to day. On one morning, we got a surprise when a stoat was scurrying along the jetty, much to the distress of the purple sandpipers. One piece of behaviour I particularly enjoyed watching was the eiders consuming sea urchins. They would toss them around and dip them in water, gnawing away at their spikes before forcing them down in a seemingly violent manner. Viewed up close, you can truly appreciate the bizarre beauty of these highly specialised ducks. The king eider is the star of the show and has the most striking appearance of the Arctic ducks. It has a circumpolar distribution that's more northerly than any of the other eider species. These very birds that spend the winter here in Båtsfjord mainly breed on Svalbard and in Siberia. I captured pleasing portraits and interesting behaviour of the king eiders, common eiders and long-tailed ducks, but one of my highest hopes was to capture the beauty of the slightly smaller Steller eider. Up until day 4, I still felt that none of my images did justice to its beauty. But only 10 minutes before pickup on the very last day, my luck with the Steller eiders turned around as a small flock drifted close enough for me to capture a simple portrait of this gorgeous Arctic duck. After staying 7 hours within the hides, we were picked up by the boat, but we were not heading back to the hotel just yet. After every hide session, we went for a rib tour around the harbour and the fjord to get some new perspectives on the local wildlife and capture flight photos of the ducks.